Here's something that surprises a lot of people. Your muscles and your bones adapt. So that means if you use the same weight volume and do the same exercises and the same number of sets and the same reps in the same tempo week after week after week, then there's nothing to adapt to. So your muscles and your bones are unlikely to change. Maybe back up and listen to that again. If you do the same thing session after session, your muscles and bones are not likely to change. So in strength coaching, we talk about progressive overload, which is kind of a funny expression, right? It almost sounds like too much work, but what it means is that you want to add change in order to invite the bones and the muscles to change. So definitely want to add more volume, right? So if I can very easily press some weights up overhead press, if I can really easily do 10s, then I want to see what happens if I add 12s, right? And if I add 12s, it might take me a little while to get back to the number of reps and sets I was doing with the 10s, and that's progressive overload, right? And then it's telling my bones and my muscles, oh, we have to adapt to this new condition, right? So we want to create new conditions for muscles and bones to adapt to. So we can do that. First and foremost, we want to be adding volume of weight as we progress. We can do other things too, right? Add reps, add sets, add different kinds of exercises, right? So I like to do different kinds of chest exercises. So I might hex press, chest fly, push up, right? That kind of variety is useful. And also things like changing the tempo. So lowering in a 1, 2, 3 kind of count and snapping back in a 1, contracting in a 1. So all of these changes, right? It's creating excitement and interest for your bones and your muscles so they don't get bored, right? So we want them to do what they're good at, which is adapting. So if all you do is take walks, your body's used to taking walks and nothing's going to change, right? That's why if you have osteoporosis, just walking ain't enough, right? So if you want to be building muscle and building bone, which I hope you're going to want to do for the rest of your life, then give your bones and muscles the adaptations that they need to do that. All right. So I hope you've listened to that really carefully and taken that in, and then share what surprised you about it. What did you learn, and share what you're going to change for your next session. Looking forward.